Hey, what is going on, everybody? And good morning. Welcome in to the Buzz and Sports channel. We have week 5 all wrapped up in the books this week. So, as always, let's sip our coffee and talk a little schmaggity yak. That's right, ladies and gents. It is the Dookie list back for week 5. The Dookie list, if you ain't know by now, is at the end of every NFL week, I give my top 5 things that I thought were Dookie for this week. Whether that be a player, team, a play, whatever. If it's Dookie, I'm going to call it out. So without further ado, y'all know the vibes. It's all fun here. It's all jokes. We talk a little schmack. Don't take nothing serious because it's all, like I said, in good fun for content. We like to talk a little schmackety yak. I like to talk a little schmackety yak. And if you like to talk a little schmackety yak, get in the comments. If I'm talking about your team and you feel differently, get in the comments. Let me know. This is a Dookie list. This is where you can let it out. Let me know if I'm Dookie or if my list is Dookie. Or let me know if my list is on point because you thought that shit was Dookie. But let's get right into it, ladies and gents. Let's go. A great day today. And let's start it off with, you already see the name on the Dookie list, the Giants. I said it last week, and I'm here to double down. The Giants are on the Dookie list permanently until they show me something. You're not showing me shite. I know you played the Dolphins, but still, you look garbed. Daniel Jones is having nightmares of playing football because every time he sits behind the center, he's getting obliterated. It doesn't matter who they play. Cardinals, Dolphins, Cowboys. Daniel Jones is under duress. That O-line is... The receivers can't get open. It's all bad in Giants land. So, like I said, after I raged last week on the Giants, they are permanently stuck on the Dookie list. Guess where you're going to see them next week? On this Dookie list. Until you show me something, Giants. Show me anything. Anything. Come on, Danny Dimes. Show me something. Because right now you're looking like Danny Crimes. Because you committed the biggest crime of all. Stealing all that money from the Giants to do... Alright, let's really get into the Dookie list now. You already knew the Giants were going to be on here. And you already knew you were going to see this name on here. See? I'm a Cowboys fan, as you can tell by the beautiful star. But it ain't looking too beautiful in Cowboys land. We got smackdown by the San Francisco 49ers, who look like the team to beat in the NFC. They're looking elite. They might look like the team to beat in the whole NFL. But still no excuse, Cowboys, because you're supposed to be a top-tier team as well. Let me start with Dak. Dak Prescott, you look like you haven't developed at all. No development. Your year 1 was your best year. And you cannot replicate that. You cannot protect the ball for the life of you. You hand out interceptions like you're Mac Jones. I was watching the game thinking you was Mac Jones. Don't worry, Mac Jones, we're going to get to you. But, Dak, you have to play better. This offense the offense starts with you, in my opinion. And every time we play the Niners, for some reason, we start off slow. And it's not just the Niners. Anytime we play an elite caliber playoff team, this offense always seems to start slow. And you can't win against playoff teams like that, as we see every playoff. And it all starts with Dak. Dak looks like you haven't grown. You still are looking down your receiver you want to throw to. You're still making the same mistakes that you came out this offseason and said, I'm going to cut down on the mistakes and I'm not going to throw as many interceptions and I'm going to be better. Well, guess what? You're still garbage, bro. You're still looking like you have made no development. You look like you barely worked this offseason because I'm seeing the same Dak that I've been seeing for the past 2 years. And I've been saying for the past 2 years, it's time to go, Dak. There's talent being wasted. CD, Cooks, Gallup, Pollard. You can't make it happen with those guys? Then it's not going to happen at all. And it's not fully on Dak because I'm putting some of the blame on Mick fucking Carthy. The Cowboys just didn't look prepared. And it seems like every time we play big teams, we look unprepared. Our offense looks stale. Our offense looks the same. Like, Niners could just look at film for 2 years ago and still be like, okay, we know what they're going to scheme up. Even with McCarthy calling the plays now, it still looks stale. You're not doing nothing new. You're not doing nothing to get this offense going. You're sticking with the offense is looking trash. You're still like, let's stick to the game plan. No, fuck that. Throw the game script away because it ain't working. We're doing something new. Don't wait until the third, fourth quarter when we're down 2 to 3 scores to be like, all right, let's throw the playbook away and try some new stuff. No, it's too late now. You lost the game. I can tell Shanahan on the other side prepared for this game. You, McCarthy, look like you didn't prepare this team the way they needed to be prepared because this was a big-time statement game. And you went out there and played like this was just your average Joe game, and it wasn't. I know it's only game 5 of the season, but still, this is games they're going to look on the season and put the eye test up and say, okay, are the Cowboys really that good? Well, yeah, they blew out the Giants, but it's the Giants. Yeah, they blew out New England, but it's New England. Yeah, they beat the Jets, but it's the Jets. You see how the teams I'm naming, Arizona, who we lost to, 4 teams we played so far, none of those 4 teams were in the playoffs. Well, the Giants, but trash. 4 teams, none of those teams we're probably going to see in the playoffs this year. We played the one team that we're definitely most likely can run into in the playoffs, and that's the Niners. And you got demolished and looked dookie. Dak and McCarthy, you have to do better. Otherwise, you're going to be on here a lot this year. So, congratulations. Welcome to the Dookie list. All right, done with those suckers. Let's go on to our number 2 guy. Our number 2 on the list. Ravens GM. Now, I just got one question for you, buddy. What the fuck are you doing, man? Why can't you get Lamar no help? For the past year or two, every Ravens game, they're scrapping and fighting, and it looks so ugly. Last minute wins, and out to the Ravens' credit, I'll give it to them. 9 times, 8 times out of 10, they'll pull out those wins, those ugly, scrappy wins. But you can't keep winning like that, especially crunch time and playoff time. You can't keep winning by these sloppy, ugly games. You need to get Lamar some help because once again yesterday, you lost that game simply because you kept the Pittsburgh lingering. You couldn't put your foot down and put it away. You know why? Because Lamar has no fucking help. A touchdown that would have put you guys up 2 score and honestly probably would have changed the course of the game. A touchdown dropped, a perfectly thrown touchdown pass dropped. Zay Flowers running up the center of the field. Open. Lamar Jackson is throwing a nice ball. He looks up for the ball and stumbles on his back. That could have been a touchdown play. It's like other than Mark Andrews, you're surrounding Lamar with mediocre. And I'm sorry to the guys that are out there. Zay Flowers, you are a good receiver. I don't think you're one, but you are a good receiver. Jones, whoever else is out there. That's the thing. I don't even know all the receivers' names because they're nobodies. No offense, guys, but you're not them guys. You're good pieces, probably. You know what I mean? But what really pisses me off is offseason. This was the offseason. I know your guys' main focus this offseason was to get Lamar back, but as soon as you got Lamar back, you should have went out there and got help because Hopkins was out there. You put Hopkins on this team, I think this is a different team. Hopkins ain't dropping passes. All right, scratch Hopkins. You go get JT. You put JT on this team. I guarantee this is a different team with JT and Lamar back there running shit. You know what I'm saying? There was names out there this offseason you could have went and got to help Lamar. Your main running back guy went down, and you're still like, okay, we're going to stick with Gus and Justice. But you need to I think Gus is decent. If you feed him, that's the thing. You don't feed him. You're doing this committee thing that the league, for some reason, everybody in the league is doing this running back committee thing. And it's working with some teams, but not all teams, because I don't think all teams need a committee running back. Some running backs don't work off committee. I think Gus Edwards is a good running back if you just stick with him and feed him. I'm not saying shut Justin Hills down, but take at least half of Justin Hills' touches and give it to Gus, man. I don't know. I just feel like Ravens just they need to get it together, especially as GM. Put some help. Get him some receivers. Right? Lamar Jackson has never had a number one receiver in his career, and I don't want to hear fucking Odell's a number one. He's coming off his third major surgery, major injury. That's hard to come back even for somebody as elite as Odell. So I don't want to hear Odell's a number one. Odell's not number one. They got him a number one. No, they didn't. They got him a coming back from injury Odell, and we'll see if he can be even half of what he used to be. Get your shit together, GM. Go get Lamar some freaking help, please, because you are wasting his talents there. Let's go. Number 3, baby. Hey, Bill. Hi. Welcome. You've never been on this Dookie list before, but guess what, Bill? Guess what, Billy? Y'all Dookie. The Patriots are finally completely Dookie. 2 weeks in a row, you guys get obliterated. You lose by 30 to the Cowboys, only score 3 points, but fine, I'll give you that. Cowboys have a solid elite defense. But the Saints, the subpar Saints, the one that lost to the Bucks, that's who you 30. What was it? 32 to zip. You can't even score a field goal. Yeah. I'm sorry, Pats. It's not looking good for the Pats. And Mac Jones has very quickly went from year one looking like he can be a franchise guy to looking like he might not even finish this season as the starter. That's how bad it is. Mac Jones, you have to be better. And I don't think you're going to make it the rest of this season because it is looking bad. And Belichick, one thing I've always respected you for was your defenses have always been good. You always know how to scheme a defense. You always know how to take away the best guy. Fine. But offensively, you need to start focus on offense because Mac Jones ain't Tom Brady, bro. You need weapons. This stereotypical or this thing where some teams feel like the Ravens, the perfect segue, like the Ravens, who feel like we don't need a number one receiver to be good. Like Kansas City, we don't need a number one receiver to be good. Even Kansas City with Patrick Mahomes. We seen when Travis Kelce, their true number one receiver, didn't play week 1, what it looked like. Mahomes was throwing dots and people couldn't catch him. You know why? Because you need a guy. You need at least one number one guy. You know what I'm saying? To make plays when no one else is making plays. And Patriots, you have no number one guy. You have a bunch of mediocre out there on offense. And expecting Mac Jones to work with that. Mac Jones can't work with... I think if you put Mac Jones on the Niners, he still would look pretty garb. I'm not saying they would have won games, but I still think he'd look garb. But y'all, this no receiver, no running back thing, it's not going to work no more, Belichick. Because you suffer the 2 worst losses ever in your career. Can't even put up more than 3 points back-to-back weeks. On the Saints, you couldn't put up 1 point. Crazy. Y'all on the Dookie list this week. And you know, you're very rarely on here, Pats, but the way it's looking, it might not be your last time on here. All right, let's wrap this thing up with our last team on the Dookie list this week, and it is the Buffalo Bills. Now, why am I putting the Buffalo Bills on this? Because the Buffalo Bills are the most inconsistent fucking team in the world. Like, I know you played in London. I know it probably was a flight, jet lag, all that stuff. But I swear you're almost like the Chargers, where you can beat anybody, but you can also lose to literally anybody. And I'm not going to put you on the same caliber as Chargers, because Chargers be charging, you guys don't be billing. But you guys literally can go out there and beat a pretty solid team like Miami and smack them. Look like, wow, this Bills team is looking really nice. Like they can be a Super Bowl contender. And then you go play the subpar Jags and get smackety-yacked. Well, I mean, you only lost by 5, but still, how do you lose to the Jags? You know what I mean? Like I swear, Bills play to their competition. Like if they play the Chiefs, they're gonna ball out. But then the next week they'll play the Jets, and they'll be subpar because the Jets are subpar. Which, by the way, shout out Zach Wilson. You're making me look stupid because you actually been playing pretty alright, but you should have. Anywho, it's not about the Jets. They're not on here. Bills, be consistent, okay? Be the Bills we know you can be. We know you're good. Stop losing to Dookie-ass teams because right now, you're not winning that division no more. Right now, the Dolphins are in first in that division because you can't fucking beat the Jags. The fucking Jags. And I'm not no disrespect to the Jags. But let's not sit up here and think and say the Jags have been looking great. The past 2 weeks, 3 weeks actually, the Jags been looking hot garb. I'm surprised they haven't made it on here. But Bills, get your shit together, man. Nobody circled the wagon like the Bills. Well, y'all need to circle a new game plan because y'all play to your competition literally. Bills, get your shit together, please. That's all I got to say about y'all. Get your shit together. And that's going to do it for week 5 of the Dookie list, you guys. Yes, no Bears and no Broncos this week. I know they've been on in the past couple weeks, but, you know, Bears showed out a little bit against Washington, I guess. And, I mean, Broncos, you lost to the Jets, but, I mean, these names kind of deserved it a little more to be on here this week. I'm going to let Broncos get a chance because I know it's bad in Bronco land. So we'll let y'all rest this week. But let's wrap up this Dookie list, everybody. Up top, we have Dak Prescott and Mike McCarthy making the list because it looked complete trash against the Niners, and it's really your guys' fault. Ravens GM, just please go give Lamar Jackson some help. Anything, please. Pats, it's going to be bad this season. I'm sorry. Unless there's a major quarterback change or something, it's going to be bad all season. So prepare to see your name here a lot. Bills, I don't expect to see you guys here a lot, but get your shit together. Stop losing to subpar teams, okay? You're not a subpar team, at least from what you've shown us. So stop looking ass when you're supposed to be looking good. And lastly, Giants, you're here. You're going to be on this list until you show me something, anything. You can't show me shit right now. The Giants are looking the worst team in the NFL behind the Broncos, maybe. So, yeah, get your shit together. Anywho, that's going to do it this week for the Dookie list, this guys. It's early in the morning, you know what I'm saying? So bear with me. But thank you guys for tuning in as always to the Buds and Sports channel on the Dookie list special. We got more episodes coming up this week as always. You know, we got the DraftKings that you guys love, and we have Spuddy's quick picks coming up. And I think we might do a live stream this week too. Either Thursday or Sunday. Either for the Thursday game or the afternoon games, but either way, we'll have a live stream this week. We skipped last week, you know, just taking a little break, but we'll have the live streams coming out this week. So you guys make sure you follow, you subscribe, have notifications turned on so you know when we go live and when videos dropped or drop, shall I say. But yeah, thank you guys as always for tuning in. We love you guys who do tune in. Get in those comments. Let me know what you guys think was Dookie this week. Until then, you guys already know I'm Dougie. This is the Buds in Sports. Peace.